Hello and welcome back to Get Great at Maths. I'm here to help you pass your maths exam, so hit that like and subscribe button. We're going to look at keywords, key formulas and how to gain top marks. So let's get ready to get great at maths. This is a question on multiplying a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number. So the number 607 is my 3-digit number and the number 83 is my 2-digit number. And it tells you on the left-hand side you must show your method, which means you must show your working out. How do you get the answer? You can't just write down the answer in this box here. You must show your working in order to get the 2 marks for this question. Now I'm going to show you 2 methods to be able to do this. So we can either use the column method, which is the traditional method, which is what the exam mark scheme want you to use. They want you to use the traditional method in order to get the method mark. But a lot of students find it easier to use the grid method, so I'm going to show you both methods. At GCSE, either method is absolutely fine, but for your SATs, it is really important that you know how to use this traditional method because that's where they're awarding the method marks for on this question here. So have a go at using the column method, see if you can get the answer, and then press play when you're ready to hear the answer. Well done, guys. Hopefully you've managed to get an answer. So to be able to do this question, I need to multiply the number 607 by 3 initially. So I'm going to take the number 3, which is on the right hand side, and multiply it by the number at the top. So 3 times by 7 is 21. I'm going to carry my 2 up here, and then the 1 comes underneath. Next, I'm going to look at 3 times by 0. Now 3 times by 0 is nothing. Add on 2, goes underneath, which is the 2. Then I've got 3 times by 6, which is 18, which gets written in here. So the number 3 times by 607 is 1,821. So just ignoring that 8 there, that's how we multiply a 1-digit number by a 3-digit number. But we've got to multiply a 2-digit number by this 3-digit number. So I've now got this 8 here that I'm going to be looking at. But this just any 8, this actually means 80. And we know that when we multiply by 10, we add a 0 because all the digits move one place to the left. So because I'm adding a 0 on the end here, there is always a 0 here when I'm multiplying by this 2nd digit here. So I've got an 8, which means 80. So I've got to put a 0 on the end because I'm multiplying by 10. Now I look at 8 times by each of these 3 digits. So I'm going to start on the right hand side. So 8 times by 7 is 56. So I carry the 5 and the 6 comes underneath. I've then got 8 times by 0, which is 0. Add on the 5, just gives me a 5. And then 8 times by 6, which gives me 48. So I've got the number 48,560. Once we've got these 2 stages here, I need to add together these 2 lines. So I'm going to start on the right hand side when we add. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 6 gives me the 8. Then I've got 8 plus 5, which is going to give me 13. So the 1 comes up here and the 3 comes underneath. Then I've got 1 plus 8, which is 9. Plus the 1, it gives me 10 something. So 1 plus 1 plus the 8 is 10. So the 1 carries here and the 0 is here. Then I've got a 4 plus a 1, which is 5. So my answer is 50,381. Now you will get 1 method mark for using this method and if you make a mistake. If you get the answer correct, you will get the full 2 marks. Remember to write your answer in the box. Now a lot of students will find the grid method easier. So the grid method means we split each of the numbers down into separate sections. So I've got the number 607. So this is 600. There are no 10s. I'm just going to leave it in so you can see that there is a column for the 10s. And there is 7 here on the end. Then the number 83 splits into 80 and 3. From here, I need to multiply 80 by 600. So we do 6 times 8 is 48. And then you've got 1, 2, 3 zeros, so you need to write 3 zeros afterwards. 0 times anything is always going to be 0, so 0 times 80 is 0. But I've got 80 times 7. Now 7 times 8 is 56, add on a 0 gives you 560. Next we're looking at 600 times by 3, so 3 times 6 is 18, add on the 2 zeros gives you 1,800. 3 times 0 is 0. And 3 times 7 is 21. Once we've got these answers here in green, I need to add them all together to get my answer. So if we write them out in a column, it makes it easier to add them up. So I've got all these zeros plus 1 is just going to give me 1. 0 plus 6 plus 2 gives me 8. 5 plus 8 gives me 13, so I carry the 1 and then the 3 comes down here. Then I've got 8 plus 1 plus 1 gives me the 10. And then the 4 plus the 1 gives me 5. So you can see I get exactly the same answer as I got using the other method. As I said, the mark scheme want you to use this column method for traditional method to be able to do the long multiplication rather than doing the grid method. Give yourself a tick if you got it correct. Make sure you know how to use this column method in the exam to be able to get your answer correct. The mark scheme on this question shows that the answer is 50,381. Note that there is a comma between the 50 and the 381. This comma, you do not need to write the comma in the exam, it will still be marked correct. If you do write a comma, make sure it is really small so it doesn't look like a 1 in the question, so you've added an extra 1 in there. So just make sure your comma is nice and clear. The marks are 2 marks. You get 1 mark for using the correct method. So it says long multiplication with no more than 1 arithmetic error if the answer is incorrect. It does say you need to use this long method, the formal method of long multiplication. If you don't use the formal method of long multiplication, you probably won't get the answer mark. So make sure that you're using this formal method to get the answer mark in case you make a mistake. If you found this video useful, please like, share and subscribe so we can all get great at maths. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to share, like and subscribe. Please follow Get Great at Maths on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook and X. What do you want to see next on Get Great at Maths? Please comment below. See you next time.